Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. Many of you who watch regularly will know recently I've been selling on Marketplace and also looking at other forms of income I can provide for myself. My husband works and I'm trying to build up an income for myself separately. We do put money together, but so I've got some money of my own and can contribute, etc. So, to cut a long story short, I bought some Amazon returns recently, and everything that I got there on the pallet, I broke down, checked everything was in full working order, checked all the pieces were there, and I listed in detail on Facebook Marketplace. I priced everything and put really, really low prices on, but enough to cover my outlay and a little bit of profit for myself. So quite low prices for the good quality new things that were on there that were in full working order. I thought, oh great, I'm going to do fabulous here. I'm going to well cover my money and I can go back and buy another pallet, etc. I wasn't used to dealing with people on Marketplace. I have bought a couple of things there before, but this time I'm the seller. So I put a couple of things on. One item was £50. Somebody asked, could he pay £40, which is automatically knocking £10 off the item. Now, being savvy money-wise, I'd already allowed for a buffer on each product. So I'd allowed for a knockdown price. In this day and age, if you're buying anything on the internet, everyone is the same. They'll ask, could they have £5 or £10 off, and then they'll come and buy it today. And it's without exception. Every single person who has approached me on Marketplace has asked for at least a £5, £10 discount. And I'm not surprised by that because that's something I do in my everyday life anyway. So as I say, I was already savvy enough to prevent that. I was already prepared for the £10, £5 off each item. But what I wasn't prepared for was what seemed like rudeness and left hanging. So basically I'd get quite a few messages asking, is this still available? And in return, I'd quickly respond and say yes. Quite a lot of the time, that would be the end of the conversation. No further response, no further inquiries, no address asked for collection. And when you're a seller, you know, each bite you get, you get a little bit, oh, I've got a prospective sale here. So you get ready, you know. But nothing. Now, don't get me wrong, I have sold quite a few items in between, but there's been more of the, we'd call it time wasters. Is it available? No further contact, no further reply. Some will even do the next step. Is it available? I respond yes. They respond, will you take £20? I respond, yes, okay. Pretty soon. And again, no response. So they've asked for the discount and still not come back. And this has happened on a regular basis. Some have even gone so far as to say, is it available? Yes, is the reply. Can we have the discount? Can we have £10 off? Yes. Can I take your address to come and collect it? Yes. And still no reply. I don't think people even consider it that they're not using manners. I think they're just in that much of a hurry. How I'm seeing it is, let's say, for instance, they were buying this cup. They're looking and they really want that cup. But there's 8 cups. So they message everyone that's selling that cup. is this available? Is this available? And it's so easy because when to say, is this available? You literally just tap a button. You don't even have to type it out. You just tap a button. So they probably send that to all 8 buyers that they've seen selling this cup. Then I've responded and maybe 2 others have responded. So then they'll come back asking me for the discount and asking the 2 others for the discount. And then I've come back and said yes. Possibly 1 or 2 others have come back and said yes. And then they've done the next step and asked for the address. And then one of the addresses might be closer and they've gone to that destination for the pickup. And you've just been left by the wayside then, no response, no manners, etc. And you're thinking, well, this is a positive sale because they've gone that far, they're already asking for my address. And then just nothing. No reply, no knock at the door, no phone call to arrange collection, no delayed message, sorry, couldn't make it today, can I come tomorrow? And just cut dead, no further response. I just find it absolutely astonishing because I have bought from Marketplace before and I have negotiated a cheaper price. But if I wasn't going to collect that item, I'd say, sorry, I've bought it elsewhere. Sorry, I can't collect till such and such a date. Or, I'm sorry, we've changed our mind. Husband doesn't want it, etc. But I'd always respond and use manners so that person isn't left in the lurch. But the majority of people just don't seem to do that. And I think it's like anything. I'm a tuber, so I have to have a bit tougher exterior, because sometimes you get some comments you don't like, etc. So I'm carrying that through on the Marketplace sales. I've got to have a bit of a tough exterior. But if you haven't come across any social media, you haven't done any social medias yourself, and you're new to selling and you're going to put something on Marketplace, be aware that you have to leave a buffer price because they will always try to knock you down somewhat on the price. Be aware that just because someone's asked you is available doesn't mean they're going to buy it. Just because they've asked you for a discount price doesn't mean they're going to buy it. And just because they've now suddenly got your address doesn't mean they're going to buy it. Or the collection point details doesn't mean they're going to buy it. The only time they're definitely going to buy it is when that cash is in your hand and they take the product away. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I've been lucky enough because I pride myself. I think I am a little bit good at sales, And if I've got 2 products near enough the same, I'll show both products and say, well, you can take them for a discounted price together, or would you like to take this one? It's slightly better model, etc. Just as a little example, today I had 2 drop-down screens. You can put the television on it, your camera on, etc. And I had 2 versions. One was for £20 and one was for £40. And he came intentionally interested in the £20 product. And I had both of them ready and showed him. He went away with the £40 product, but he did pay me £35. He got the £5 discount that he asked for. But I actually had £15 more because he was upsold rather than taking away the £20 product. There is limited, you don't really need any sales experience to sell on Marketplace, but it does help. Well, not Marketplace, but it does help, and if you just have a little plan of, if you've got something similar, show both products. They might take both. They might just take the more expensive one, or they might just bear it in mind and come back in a couple of days' time. You just don't know. But the buffer on the price is always your best bet. And do not be upset because people will not display manners. They don't come back after the fact. Very rarely. The odd one might come back and say, thank you, that's a great product. But very rarely do people thank you. Very rarely do they use please or thank yous at all on messages. And I think some people think manners don't apply. I don't know why, but I think that's the way it is. I'll always do it. If I'm responding to someone else, I'll always say, "Can you please?" or "Yes, thank you," etc. But yeah, I think the majority of people just don't think manners apply. They don't need to call you back and let you know what's happening. They'll just leave you hanging. And I just think that is so, so bizarre. Have you sold on marketplaces? Something that you're familiar with? Are there any more tricks you can tell me that might toughen me up a bit more? Because I'm not going to stop doing it. It's a bit of extra income for me. I'm also putting things on there that I'm no longer using in the house, and doing different things. I need to build up my trickle income, and be able to afford things that I need individually. So yeah, I am enjoying it, but it is a learning curve as well. And I was meant to be doing a car boot sale yesterday, but unfortunately it's cancelled. Tomorrow, but unfortunately it's cancelled due to weather, because the weather forecast says it's raining tomorrow. So the car boot sale is cancelled, but it's back on Sunday, so I'm hoping I can do one then. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about selling on Marketplace. I'm excited about doing car boots. I do a couple of other things. I do an Etsy shop and I do an Amazon storefront. But the direct sales to me, doing the marketplace and doing the car boot, I like to have the chit chat with people. If I do sell it from my front door, say for instance, or I do sell it at the car boot, I like the interaction of that sale and having a conversation and doing it face to face. Etsy is good for sales, for people getting what they want and what they like, but there isn't any personal interaction other than the notes that go in with the sales. But yeah, I enjoy Marketplace, but there are things you have to get used to. Lack of manners is the main one. On the text format, when people come to the door, they're normally very polite, but on the text format, there's never normally a please or a thank you. And I just find that bizarre. As I say, I'm only 2 weeks into doing this now, but I suppose I'll just get used to that and it'll be the norm. But it won't stop me from using my manners, not for one instance, because it's ingrained. It's who I am. And I don't see the separation, whether it's in written, text form or verbal. I think you should just use it throughout anyway. But hey, that's just me. What do you think? Do you think you should always use your manners even in text form? Or have you gotten used to people just don't use it in text form at all? I don't know. It's crazy. It's just something I was thinking of today, and I just thought, I wonder how many other people are thinking that, and how rude people are when they don't contact you and tell you they're not coming, or it's not worth bombarding people and chasing them and asking them to, because that verges on harassment. It's just, okay, no problem. You didn't come back. It's gone, isn't it? So, all right, that was a conversation I just wanted to have. Thanks for coming. Please take care. Remember you're loved, and the world is a better place with you in it. Bye, love.